my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
We go from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams. Just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Come on, come on. Hey.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They run the option on second down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Throwing is Perkins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Brown gets him for a loss of 8. One great push up front.
All right, partner, we'll be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now Perkins. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. They'll go option to the short side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field. Going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bryce Perkins scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Rams post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Second and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. Andrews downfield. And incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Powell on the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 on the return. And the Rams are going to great field position as they take over.
Throwing on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles. What was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here's the option play going left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Off the play fake. Perkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind,
and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that would going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He'll buy some time right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Finding room at midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
A final shot before break. Perkins. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. So sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get it.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turn.
That at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. On the return is Powell. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now here's another interception. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourself to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Okay, ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Akers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. That'll be caught by Cup. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, 33 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Oh, such great concentration there, going right. But able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play. And
they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Akers. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. He's going to keep this again. Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Allen Robinson. 36 yards. And the Rams get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Trucks over him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hand. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. How about how he ended it?
points and the touchdown here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
This one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80...
And he can't